On the east coast of England, around 100 miles northeast of London, is the historic county of Norfolk. Famous for its flat terrain and its stunning countryside, as well as its historic cities and seaside towns, it's an ideal destination for hiking and bikepacking. And with its hundreds of miles of disused train lines now converted to walking and cycling paths, it's a particularly appealing option for those wanting to stay off-road and away from the drivers. Over a warm June weekend, me and two friends did just that, as we plotted a route that would take us the long way round from Norwich to Great Yarmouth, taking in beautiful sights and sounds along the way. Come along for the ride. Before my adventure could start, I had to lug my bike on the train to Norwich, where I fueled up the only way I know how, and met up with my friends Laurie and Shiri. You're my thumb at the minute. My thumb's got hands. Working our way through the historic, picturesque city. It's church laws.
Yeah, that's the thing about Norwich actually, there's lots and lots of churches.
Before hitting the gravel, where we'd properly start our adventure. You know the deal, Loz.
Oh, do you want me to do an intro?
No, I was just pointing the camera at you.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. 4 days and 3 nights of bikepacking around Norfolk, starting here in Norwich. We're basically going an extremely long way round to Great Yarmouth, which is actually to the east of Norwich on the sea. The logic with the route is we can take the long way around to Great Yarmouth and then we can get a train from Great Yarmouth back to Norwich at the start point, so then we can easily head home. This route is called, I think they called it the Norwich Overnighter. The person that planned it did it as a 2-dayer, whereas we're doing it across 3 and a bit. So today's route is not particularly long one, so we only arrived in Norwich this afternoon. We both travelled in. So I think today is about 35k, about 20 miles, so probably only about 2 hours. That just means we'll get to the campsite with lots of time, can cook ourselves a meal and maybe get ourselves a pint. I'm here with Laurie and Shiri. Long-term viewers of the channel will remember them from a Suffolk bikepacking trip we did last summer, which was great. Don't really know what to expect from this year's, hopefully more of the same, because that was a really nice route. The weather is good. It's forecast to be at 20 odd degrees, still warm overnight. Nice long days. It's the summer solstice yesterday, so no issues with running out of daylight. It's going to be a glorious weekend, nice and gentle.
A light here for services from Helsden.
This is the 1604 from Helsden, calling at Shiri, Laurie and Jake. Unfortunately, the toilets are broken on this service. If you require the use of the toilets, please go out of the window. What are you looking forward to on this trip, Loz? What are your hopes and dreams?
I'm looking for, well, if it stays like this, that would be a massive plus. I'm looking forward to seeing the sea.
I want to swim in the sea.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a couple of nice meals.
Dare I suggest a couple of lagers?
Absolutely, you may suggest that. Yeah.
Good trees, eh, Shizza?
Great trees.
Fantastic trees.
Love it.
What highlight are you looking forward to this weekend, Shizza?
Just hanging out with my best mates, really.
Ah, that's kind, isn't it?
Going in the sea and seeing some new sights.
Day one's route largely followed the Marriotts Way, a shared cycling and walking path form of disused rail lines, which, at 26 miles, boasts of being one of the longest off-road paths in the UK. I think Laurie looks like the cool dog in The Simpsons. As you'd expect from a path which carried trains in its previous life, the route was largely straight and flat, weaving its way through pretty woodland and over crisp gravel.
So you're meant to get off your bike.
Are you the badger?
I haven't actually I've noticed that I don't tend to read signs.
Because you're a badger. Badgers can't read.
Could you lift that log up out of the way for us, mate? Oh, the mountain bike clears it easily.
After around 2 hours of gentle pedalling, we made it to the town of Ream, where we'd planned to stock up on provisions.
Look at that, sorted.
Yeah. Before the final stretch of road to our campsite. We set up camp and settled down for the evening.
Idiot. It's on your wheel, Shizza.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Wow.
look at it. It's like,
What's it like?
no.
Look.
Cheers. Day one in the bag. Nice gentle starter.
Day one in the bikepacking bag.
Very good. Day one in the saddle bag.
True. Day one in the frame bag.
What's the tea, Loz?
We've got chow mein with mushrooms and tender stem broccoli. It's a collision of flavour. It's the fashion part of the vlog.
Yeah, please do a walk.
Little turn.
The shoes?
Shoes.
It's not your first time doing this, is it?
No.
Work to be done. Do a magic trick.
Okay, I'd like you to pick a card.
Can you actually do magic? Any card?
Any of them, doesn't matter.
Can I show the audience?
You can just keep it to yourself now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it?
Can you tell me what this card is?
Is it the 7 of spades?
Fucking hell. How did you do that?
We were even treated to the sight of a strawberry moon before tucking in for the night.
It's too hot.
Well, can you just pretend? This feels suspiciously easy.
You've missed something.
I've missed a giant piece of kit.
Jake, isn't that your...
Tent? Isn't that your tent over there? See you, lads. It is 9:45 AM and we are up and out. Breakfast consumed. Well, cold tin of beans and a little bit of bread. And we're on our way, day 2. Slightly longer day today. I think it's 57 kilometers. So if we go at a similar pace as yesterday and the surface is equally as gravelly, could be quite a long day, maybe 4 hours. But we're going through some villages on the way. Maybe stop off for a little pint, stop for some chips and mushy peas and lunch. Again, I've no idea what to expect from today's route. Hopefully more of the same as yesterday, because yesterday was very nice indeed. Pleasant enough campsite, slept well actually. I used earplugs and a kind of eye mask thing. Smashed it.
Day 2 followed a similar trend, and we soon found ourselves off-road and on gravel, taking a few wrong turns along the way.
Missed a turn, Loz.
Yeah.
We were now deeper into the Norfolk countryside, and while the paths were becoming a little less used and a little more overgrown, the landscapes were lush and peaceful.
Got smelly legs.
Smelly legs.
Putting deodorant on your legs. Jungle formula.
We stopped in a town for a slightly curious lunch.
The plume grew higher, rising over mountains. I begin to free.
Maniacs, welcome back. Good little.
More like Rainiacs, eh, Shizza? This wasn't forecast.
No.
With 4 hours on the saddle, it was starting to feel like a fairly long day, so it was a relief to see the next campsite approaching.
What did you think of the Broads, old boy?
Fantastic.
We refueled.
What are we having for tea tonight?
We're having pasta, pepper mushroom, chickpeas, and
Our old friend, R.I.P. Lloyd.
First with food, and then, after a short walk into the nearby town of Martham,
Don't have a cow, man.
with liquid.
Cheers, legends.
Cheers.
60 kilometres in the bag today.
We made some friends. And probably a few enemies too.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
We hadn't realised it the evening before, but our campsite was actually on the River Thurne, part of the Norfolk Broads. So we made sure to do some exploring before we headed off for day 3's ride.
anything else? Just
No.
And we're off. Third and final day of pedalling our bikes. Very leisurely morning today. It's almost 11:30, but that is because we've got a nice short day. Today's basically our whole day, less than 30 kilometres riding, and then we've actually got a hotel tonight. We're staying in a Premier Inn in Yarmouth, just because I thought final day, it'd be nice to have a proper shower, be able to get a proper sleep, and also the hotel is right next to the station, so that means tomorrow will be nice and easy to get a train back to Norwich to the start point. It also means we can put our bikes in the hotel room and then go and have a proper look at Yarmouth. So I think we're going to hopefully have a nice swim in the sea, probably eat some fish and chips, obviously not fish for me, and just see what Yarmouth is saying. Today's ride I think is going to be mostly on road, but I don't think we mind that. I think we've had our fix of gravel over the weekend. That was a very nice campsite, nice facilities, very friendly. Let's crack on with day 3, Sunday. Absolute scorcher today. Bloody boiling, SPF applied. Third day in a row of pedaling your bike. How you feeling, Lozenge?
Feeling good. Feeling good. A little bit groggy this morning, but
Why groggy?
well,
Anything to do with the 4 pints that you guzzled?
Yeah, possibly. A couple of gin and tonics, some pints. It was nice though, and we've got another beautiful day.
Absolute beauty of a day. Let's get ourselves to... We've learned you meant to say Yarmouth, not Great Yarmouth. I think we've been doing a bit of a faux pas. And swim in the sea. Oh, bang tide, car back.
Is our color. I want to.
Na 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 na.
I
Day 3's route combined a pleasing mix of beautiful country lanes and pretty meadows. And despite the best efforts of a cheeky farmer to block a public right-of-way...
Well, I'll climb up on top.
Okay. Take the handlebars. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
We soon made it to the town of Great Yarmouth and to the sea. We explored the seaside attractions that Yarmouth had to offer. And I tucked into the most underrated thing you can get in a fish and chip shop.
Battered mushy peas. The guy behind the counter said, leave us a review on Google, we're the only place in town to do battered mushy peas. I'm not going to leave you a review on Google, but I'll give you a shout out in the vlog.
Before ditching our bikes at the hotel.
Hotel doesn't look particularly built. Apparently.
And heading back out for our holiday day. We swam in the sea. Found an extremely good pub. And ate extremely good food. As much as we were enjoying Yarmouth, we were pretty knackered, so it was an early night. The following day was an early start so we could catch our train to Norwich, where we had time for one final meal together. The end of the line, my friends.
The end of the line, maniacs. We made it.
Hit us with some facts, Loz.
So, did you know that Norfolk has the highest concentration of churches in the world? I think 650 churches.
It's fantastic. Great trip, guys. Let's end with a high five, apparently. Go team.
So I hated that.
Before we parted ways and headed home.
Back in southeast London, back to the day job this week, but an absolutely brilliant weekend. Cycling, bikepacking, drinking, eating, chatting, having a laugh around Norfolk. I think that's the thing about bikepacking, it's not about the bikepacking, it's about having a really nice time. If you're looking to do your first ever bikepacking trip, but you've been a bit nervous or you've just not had the confidence to do it, and you're in reach of Norwich, I would highly recommend this route as an option. We've cycled, I think, 75 miles this weekend, but it's not been a grind. It's not been about going far. It's not been about going fast. It's about hanging out with your mates and having a nice time. If you are interested in bikepacking or you're thinking about going on your first trip, but you've got a couple of questions or you're just not sure, leave a comment or message me on Instagram. And I'm honestly more than happy to try to help people through with the experience that I've got so far, which isn't vast, but it's a start. As always, really appreciate anyone who watches these videos. If you're new to the channel, there's more bikepacking videos in the archive, in the background, in the history, I don't know. And consider subscribing because there'll be more bikepacking videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Do all the stuff like liking the video and subscribing and all that stuff. But yeah, just cheers really. Cheers. Are you going to ask me to remove this from the edit?
I'm not very good at that. No,